Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I wash my brushes on a weekly basis. It's really important to wash your brushes at least once a week because when you don't wash your brushes, it's kind of like not washing your face. If you think about it, you put this brush on your face almost every single day. And with that, it holds all the bacteria, all the germs, all the sebum from your skin, all the oil, and all of that other stuff. It's all trapped in your brush. That can definitely cause tons of breakout. So if you're taking really good care of your skin, if you know your makeup isn't breaking you out, if you have a skincare routine going every day and you feel like you don't know why you're breaking out, it definitely is a possibility that it could be the dirt and bacteria that's on your brush. I'm going to show you guys what I do every week to wash and disinfect my brushes. Now, a lot of people use baby shampoo, brush cleaners, and even facial cleansers to clean their brushes. The thing is that facial cleaners and baby shampoo, they clean all the makeup out of your brushes, but they don't disinfect it, so it doesn't kill all the bacteria. Now, most brush cleaners are antibacterial, but they're really expensive. Now, I want to give 100% of props and credits to Michelle Phan because she's actually the one who came out with the video that I watched, I think it was maybe 3 years ago, and ever since I saw that video, this is how I wash my brushes. It saves me so much money and my brushes are getting a really deep cleaning and all the bacteria is killed. Now you're only going to need two things. The first one is antibacterial dishwashing soap. This is the one that I'm using and you just want to make sure that it says antibacterial right on it. That will ensure that it kills 100% of all the germs on your brush. The thing is with antibacterial soap is sometimes it can strip out the oils from your brush, so it's going to make it very dry. So we want to put back conditioning into the brush, and that's where the extra virgin olive oil comes in place. So this is the one that I'm using, and this is going to bring all the moisture back to your brush and recondition it. So this is a really inexpensive and thorough way to wash your brushes. So if you guys want to see how it's done, then just keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need is a flat plate to work on, or you could use a bowl. And I'm going to mix enough for about 10 brushes today. First I'm going to take my antibacterial soap and I'm going to pour it on half of the plate. Make sure you use a pretty good amount. Then I'm going to take my extra virgin olive oil, and on the other side I'm going to pour about half the amount as I did of soap. Okay, so that should be enough. Next, I'm just going to take my brushes and I'm just going to make sure to stir it into both sides of the plate to make sure that it's completely saturated with the soap and the olive oil. So you're going to mix it around until it looks something like that. And again, the soap is completely sanitizing the brush. It's getting rid of all the germs, the dirt, the oil, the sebum, the leftover makeup. And then at the same time, the olive oil is conditioning the brush. So after I get it completely saturated, I'm just going to let it stay on a paper towel until I'm done with all the rest of my brushes. Okay, so as you can see, I completely laid out the brushes that I'm going to be washing today. I just like to let them sit for about 5 minutes before I continue on with the next step. Okay, so after 5 minutes has passed, I like to take each brush and use the palm of my left hand and just use it to work in all the soap into the brush. I'm going to move on to my next brush. And my brushes this time aren't really dirty because I just washed them 2 days ago. But usually when I let my brushes sit, when I get lazy and I don't do it as often as I should, you'll see your palm turning colors from all the pigments and the bronzers, the blushes all coming out on your hand. Okay, so now these brushes are completely saturated and ready to be washed. Okay, so I'm at my sink now and I have all my brushes here ready to be washed out. I also just took a leftover Chinese food container that the soup comes in. I'm just going to put that to the side for now, and I'm going to throw the brushes in there upside down after I rinse them. After I wash them completely, I'm going to show you guys how I like to store them while they're drying, but for now I'm just going to show you guys how I rinse them out. Okay, so I'm turning my water on pretty warm. You don't want to make it too hot because that's really bad for the brushes. I'm going to tilt my brushes down and try to have the water going down the brush instead of upside down with the water going into the brush, because that's going to get into the ferrule itself and you want to make sure not to do that. So being extra careful washing each brush upside down, I'm going to use my hand as a tool again to just rub it against my hand to make sure to get everything out. Then after that, what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll actually squeeze the bristles down while the water is running through it, just to make sure that I get every single trace of soap and olive oil out of my brush. So I'm going to continue on to do this to all of my brushes. I wouldn't store them to dry like this because they are still pretty soaking wet. So what I like to do is take them each out one by one, take a clean paper towel, and try to soak out all the extra water. Make sure that it's a little bit damp, but not 100% soaking wet. Okay, after that I just dry out the container to make sure that there's no extra moisture inside of it. And then I just throw my brushes back in there upside down. It's really important to keep the brushes upside down because any of the extra moisture that's inside the brush is going to go down into the furrow. That's going to destroy the brush because number one, what it's going to do is loosen up the glue that's actually holding the brush together. But number two, what it'll also do is loosen up the glue that's actually holding the hair in. So there will be a lot more shedding and eventually your brush is just going to completely fall apart. So make sure you dry up any extra moisture in your brush and in your cup, and then it's fine to store your brushes upside down in your cup. And by the next morning, your brushes will be completely sanitized, conditioned, and dried. And that's basically how I wash my brushes every single week. Like I said, I like to wash them at least twice a week, but most of the time it's once a week. And you probably already have antibacterial soap and olive oil laying around your house. And this is definitely a great alternative than going out to buy expensive brush cleaner. So I hope you guys learned a little something, and I will see you all soon. Bye!